Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. Leicester Till I Die TV, your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
And now, here's your host.
right, Chris?
All right, how the devil are we all? Yes, welcome along. We can sit back and enjoy this one. We've had many years of hurt, as the song would say, in these playoff finals. I can remember Swindon, Blackburn. Oh, of course, I can still remember Derby, and I can still remember Crystal Palace. But we've been there, seen it, got the T-shirt today. Are we all Terriers fans? This is Leicester Till I Die TV. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, why not get over to YouTube? Watch us on YouTube, where you can subscribe. And if you are on YouTube and you haven't done already, please do subscribe. Hit that like button and hit the notification bell as well. We've got a load of specials coming up over the summer. Some reviews, some previews, some debate shows. It's all going to be going on. But today we are at Wembley, not literally. They're after trying to have a go at that. Huddersfield. They're trying to get back into the Premier League, as are Nottingham Forest. It's going to be a good one.
Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
And it's live.
We are about 24 minutes away from kickoff. Hello, Munsey. How the devil are you? Yeah, we might be talking about Man United later in the week as not having the best season. There's a few clubs that have done that. Retro, hello. So how the devil are you? On the other hand, you've had a very, very good season. And Helen, good afternoon to you as well. How's the head? Still a bit sore? Well, I'll tell you what, things we can say about the French police, but let's not get too political. But it's a joke. It's a joke if you ask me. It was a stadium that should be used to handling those big games. Anyway, you could say so was Wembley with the Euro final. Who are we this afternoon? Are we Team Terriers or are we Team Forest? I'm going to be joined by Josh later. He's going to be joining me to do the watch along. I think, Helen, I can't. I think that the YouTube police would be after me if I did, Helen. Otherwise, I could say. Josh and me, I think we're both Team Forest. Team Huddersfield, Team Terriers. Sorry, Team Forest. My God, what am I saying? No, Team Terriers. I mean, we haven't had those local derbies like the Manchester have got the derby, Liverpool have got the derbies, London have the derbies. We haven't, and I don't miss them. We're kind of do we want an East Midlands derby that much, or do we want to say we are top? There's no reason to say that if Nottingham Forest come up that they ain't going to have a good first season, like Leeds, Sheffield United, and actually finish above us. You'd think they wouldn't, but stranger things have happened. So do I want to see them back? No. And I think the main reason is because all we would hear is we're back where we belong. Now you're not where you belong. Where you belong is where you are that season. And if you come up, yeah, you'll be there, but it won't be because you're Nottingham Forest and you've got a divine right to be in the Premier League. But we know the fans of Forest will be like that. Not all of them, but some of them. Little mini Man United and Arsenal fans. That's what they'd be. But I think the biggest thing is that they stuffed us 4-1 in the FA Cup earlier on in the year. I wouldn't want to go through that again. So, no, I want Huddersfield to come back up. My choice, if I'm honest, would have been Luton Town. I would have loved to have seen clubs. And I do. This is what I like, and this is what the ESL tried to take away, is this competitiveness between teams. It's a sport. There should be challenges there. If it was down to ESL, Leicester City would never have happened. What happened at Leicester, I think, gave hope to all of the clubs that it can be done. So UEFA just don't want that, do they? They just want the big boys, the money-making boys that will watch the TV and get them lots of money. They don't want the dreams that you have in football. And when I say dreams, it would have been a dream for Luton to come up. Maybe next season, who knows? We will see. Huddersfield have been there before. They made a good fist of it. I think, remind me if I'm wrong, they actually managed to stay up for the one season. So I would like to see them come up and do it again because they are deemed to be a smaller club. Huddersfield, although Spurs fans will not like me for saying this, but of course Huddersfield have actually won more top flight titles than Tottenham Hotspur. Not a lot of people know that. But so a few more hellos. Anthony, how the devil are you? Good evening, sir. I hope your team Terriers this afternoon. Let's just go back here. Helen says, my head is fine, but my heart is shattered with last night's game. I know what you're saying, Helen, and it's never nice to lose a final. But the thing is, you had, was it 25, something like that, shots? And I think you only had like 4 on target. That's what lost you the game. Madrid only needed to score the one. We got done by Roma like that in the conference playoff semi-final, and it's fact. You had that domination. You didn't put the ball in the net. Madrid had a few chances. I think they had 4, and they put the ball in the net. That's the difference, I suppose. The worrying thing is, if I was with you, Helen, the worrying thing for me would be that that's 3 cup finals you've been in, and you haven't scored a goal in open play. A little bit worrying. Retro Newcastle fan. We've had a great season, Chris, at Newcastle United. Have you experienced Europe games at all? Yes, I have been to the King Power with my son when I heard the Champions League music being played. Although I have to say we can't call it the King Power because if it's a UEFA game, we have to call it the Leicester City Stadium for advertising rights. You're not allowed to have an advertiser name your stadium. So yeah, I have been there, and I was there right up to the quarterfinals in the Champions League that season for all the home games. Absolutely amazing. Something about an evening game, whatever it is, in the dark with the floodlights on. Don't know what it is, but there's just something special about it. Hayden, good evening. How the devil are you? Welcome along, sir. Sadio is leaving. Yes, he is indeed, Helen. Anthony want Forest to lose, but kind of want the East Mids derby back. Yeah, but don't you want to carry on being the top team in the East Midlands? Selfish, I know. Hayden, I don't know if I said this. Hello, welcome along. Hey, Chris, how the devil are you? Is my mic a little bit muffled? Says B. Crom. How's everybody hearing me? Let me just check my settings. Quite right there. That should be better. That should be better, Bcom. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I probably sounded like I was in a toilet. It was picking up the wrong wrong microphone. Chris, that Premier League trophy got a crack on it. Just letting you know. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Yours might have, but yours is going to be obviously be a lot older. Bcom, thank you. Thanks for pointing that out, mate. Sometimes it defaults to the microphone in the laptop and not to me big microphone, which is here. Anthony, we will still want Forest straight back down again. Of course we will. Of course we will. Hayden, I've got to want Huddersfield Town. I'm sorry. Like Rennie, I just hate Forest. I'm exactly the same, Rennie. Helen is cool. I presume that's about the Champions League games. I don't want. I'm sorry. As simple as I just do not want Forest. But you just know. I mean, you know who the. Oh, Richard. Good afternoon. How the devil are you, sir? You've been in a few of these playoffs as well at West Ham, haven't you? Isn't it nice when it's not you involved? You can just sit back and enjoy it, you know. Max Tiger, good evening, sir. Good evening, good afternoon. How the devil are you? Forever Red. I'm never sure which red that is. Which team are you, Max? Because I thought first of all you were Hull because of the Tigers. The other day, then I thought you were Man City. Now I'm very confused as to what team you are. As I think Rich Ren is winding up Helen. Hayden, even though my Leicester. No, you can't, Hayden. You can't. No, away with you. Away with you. What are you saying? Oh, I mean, that I'm sorry, Hayden. That deserves a. Sorry. Holland, Liverpool. Right, now I know. Forest fan today. Richard. What are you doing to me? Forest fan? Why? Why does anybody want Forest, for God's sake? I just don't understand it. May get confused because my sis supports City and I support. If you've got similar names, what score are you going for today? Do you know what? It'll probably go to extra time. But I'm going to go 2-1 to Huddersfield. 2-1 to Huddersfield for me. What everybody else going for? It is news. I think we should have a... It is John Moss's last game today. Yes, what a show. Are we going to miss him? We're not, are we? Is anybody going to miss him? So John Moss is the man in the middle. And fourth official is Craig Pawson. VAR is Paul Tierney. So let's be honest with you. It's going to be a 0-0 because there'll be about 5 goals and they'll all be ruled out by VAR. Richard 2-1 Forest. Is it a better day at Forest? I just think you're going to wash all that shit off your shoes when you come out. Richard, you confuse me. So we can beat them and get them relegated. I get that, but yeah, did the FA Cup memory not last that long? We will see. Let's have it, because I didn't realise this will be Huddersfield Town's 6th appearance in a playoff final. Wow. I'm trying to think how many Leicester did, because we had Blackburn. We had, I'm sure I'm missing one after Blackburn. Then we had Swindon. Then we had Derby. Then we had Crystal Palace. Was there another Derby one as well? I'm sure there was 2, wasn't there? It was dodgy penalties. I remember the Derby. Who was the second one? It's true though. It's true. You know, you can smell them as soon as you drive up the motorway. And then next to the river, you just hope that it gives way and collapses into the river. Anthony Chris, my missus cooked a roast dinner. I can feel a lot of bowel movement. Must be her cooking. What should I do? Get up to Forest and get to the ground, because you'll find plenty there that you can leave it with. You can hide away. James, how the devil are you, sir? Welcome along. James, do you do any? I'm looking for an Everton fan for a show that's coming up. I don't know if you up for shows or not. Oh yes, and the heartbreak. Well, Watford. I mean, look at the Forest fans, the poor deluded buggers that the Forest fans are cheering away. I mean, for me, it would have been an ideal would have been Luton versus Sheffield United, but it wasn't to be for Luton, and I would love them to come up. I would have loved it, as Keegan would say. But it's 4-1 to Huddersfield. Rennie's gone for 4-1 to Huddersfield Town. The actual, if you're looking at the matches between these two, you've got I think they both won 8 games each, and they've drawn 2, so you can't really split them at all. Roy, I like Akash. Welcome along, Roy. How are you? I crack you up. Thank you. My hair, yeah. Josh is going to be joining us in a second. If I have cracked you up, if I've made you laugh, what more? My job here is done. My work here is complete, they say. But let's have a look what else is going on. Should we have the daily Arsenal? Do you think it's time for the daily Arsenal, or should we not even be thinking of Arsenal? No. There's nothing even for a daily Leicester that's worth reading out today, so we will forget about that. So yeah, it is. As we look at it, we are about 10 minutes away now. The fans are getting in. So Fulham and Bournemouth are up. They went up automatically. Well done, Bournemouth. Welcome back. Thank God. I've missed you like an old lover. You were there. You were there for me when I couldn't get to Leicester. When my team came, there you were for me to welcome me into the bosom of your open arms. And you then usually went on to beat us. Hey, Cash. Yeah, I have as well. I've always liked Huddersfield ever since we got certain Mr. Worthington from them. Helen says, can I ask you what you think of the playoffs? Should they happen or not? Shouldn't the team who finished third gets automatic promotion? Well, it's a bit like, I mean, should I'll throw this one back at you, Helen, then. Okay. Should Liverpool have been in the Champions League final yesterday because they weren't champions of England? Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It is one of those. To me, at the start of the season, you know that if you don't come first or second, that you are going to be in the playoffs. So it's up to you to make sure you get into those top 2 positions. What it does, it extends the season. For Sheffield United and Luton fans, it's extended it by a couple of extra games. And then Huddersfield and Forest have got this trip, this last game. You did, Helen. Sorry, they've got this game this afternoon at Wembley. So do you know what? Yes, you did. You sailed through your group stages. You won all the games, but you were not champions of England. Therefore, should you have been in the Champions League? You see, I don't think so. I think the Champions League should be just open for the champions of each country only. And instead of us having 4 or 5, 6, however many they're going to do it, and they'll soon be Arsenal can qualify if they finish 20th or whatever, they should have the champions, Denmark, champions of Denmark, champions of Scotland. Shouldn't they have the right to be in the Champions League and not have to go through the playoffs? Yes, they should. And you know what? They should just do the groups, not the top ones meet. If the champions of England and the champions of Spain are in the same group, that's the way it is. That's football for you. And then they should have a Europa League for those that finish second, third, fourth, or whatever. And then the conference, depending how far you want to go down it. So, yes, it's... Oh, hang on a second. Just talk amongst yourselves a minute. I just need to... So, I basically... I just need to invite Josh in. The players are in the tunnel. So, you see, so yes, I do think it's a good idea. It does extend the season, and we've come up a couple of times through it. So I'm not going to say exactly who's knocked it. Yes, I am. Totally, Helen. The Champions League is a shambles. It is a joke. Chelsea won it last year by coming third, or was it, or whatever. How can the champions of Europe not be a champion of their own country? I just do not get it. So, yes, James, his dad agrees with me. Anthony says even Leicester have won more. Yeah, Ragnick left Man United. Waste of appointment, if you ask me. Well, definitely, they were in the Champions League under Ollie. Change drivers, this is what happens. Anthony says, it's good to the Daily Tottenham, Chris. No, I prefer the Daily Arsenal, Anthony. If anybody's interested, I am doing a new show next week. So 7 o'clock tomorrow night, guys. We've got the season review. We've had the season review for Leicester. This is for Leicester. We've had the season review by an ex-player. We've had the season review by a journalist. We've got a season review by a presenter coming up. But tomorrow we've got the season review from a fan who went to the matches. Monday at 9, we've got the World Cup special. So we're going to be looking each week. We're going to be looking at a different World Cup group. Believe it or not, we're starting with Group A. It seemed like a sensible place to start. And we'll be looking at the 4 teams in there, how they got there, the chances, etc. And then next Friday, I'm looking to do a debate show. So I'm looking for maybe an Everton, Arsenal, Man United fans to come on. I don't want to see who's had the most disappointing season. Not who's had the worst, not who's got relegated, who's had the most disappointing season. Max disagrees. Yeah, mate, you're entitled to disagree. It's a free country. We all have our opinions. That is just my opinion. That's all there was. Just answering Helen. At least the trophy was won at Tottenham Stadium. Wigan won rugby. Then they're talking rugby. That loses me. Right. The players are lined up. We will have a quick jingle, and I shall bring my man Josh in, and we will take you through the game.
Day Watch Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
And it's live.
Indeed. Good evening, Josh. How the devil are you, sir?
How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I am very, very good. I've got to ask before you go any further, Team Terriers or Team Town?
Team Terriers or Team Town?
Sorry, or Team Terriers or Team Forest. Don't let me influence you either way.
Mate, honestly, I put it on my Facebook earlier. I'll probably get slated for it, but I genuinely want Forest to do it. I really do. Sounds strange. It sounds it sounds strange coming from a Leicester fan, I know, but I mean, either way, regarding even if they lose, mate, they've had a cracking season. To be in a playoff final, considering they were bottom of the league for what was it, like 11, 12 games, something like that, might have even been more. But yeah, I want them to do it purely for the fact that I've got a lot of Nottingham Forest supporting friends, and my brother-in-law's a massive Forest fan. So yeah, I won't be disappointed if they don't get me wrong, but yeah, I fancy them to do it, and I think it'd be good for us. As much as they like to say they don't really care about us and stuff like that, it's if they get promoted, it is a derby no matter what we say, and I think that next season, if they do come up, they'll probably realise how much we actually do matter to them because they ain't going to be playing Derby County for a long time. And let's be honest. So yeah, I'll fancy Forest to do it. I think they'll win quite convincingly today. To be honest with you.
Don't say that. I used to like you. I used to like you. Helen, you've asked for the lineups there. They are on the screen now. But I just think I don't know. I just don't like. I want us to be. I know we're going to have a couple of local derbies, but yeah, we didn't do so well in the last local derby, did we?
No, we did. To be fair, no. But again, another reason for them to come up is you want revenge. You want to sort of get your own back on because let's be honest, when they played us in the FA Cup, they tore us to pieces. I mean, I know we weren't really at the races, and had our players been on form and we're obviously going through a bit of a sticky patch, then it might have been different. But it's games that you look forward to. And when the fixtures come out, it'll be one of the first games you sort of look for. When we were playing Forest. So yeah, again, it's nice to watch a game with nothing riding on it for me personally. I genuinely don't care who wins. If Huddersfield win, then fair enough. But out of both of them, I prefer Forest to win as well. Also as well, it makes a bit of a difference. Huddersfield were in the Premier League not long ago, and it sort of makes a difference for a different team to come up for next season. So yeah. I got my Forest hat on today, unfortunately.
Well, I've got my Huddersfield Town hat on, so this is going to be very interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't actually got a horse at the races, they say. So if Forest come up, yeah, I'll look forward to 6 points next season. He says, hopefully. I'm just saying, James.
Are you watching on Sky Go or on live telly?
I'm on telly.
Oh yeah, I'm on Sky Go, so I might be a minute or so behind you, mate.
Not a problem. I have expanded my little setup here. I've got a little television and a Fire Stick. But we all know we're gonna bottle it. I mean, Forest haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. Huddersfield haven't lost in 9 matches. They say they played each other 18 times. They both won 8, and the 2 of them have been drawn. So it could go either way. And if Forest do come up, again, we say we've got the game, so it isn't the end of the world. But it would be funny to see them lose.
Again, I mean, I know what you mean. I think mainly because this game, again, as a neutral watching it, it's going to be exciting either way. I mean, my brother-in-law messaged me yesterday and he was saying how nervous he was and he was hoping to get a good night's sleep last night because he couldn't take it. But said to him, either way, if you're involved in the playoffs, it's as much as it's exciting, it's awful. It really is because the whole agony of it. But it's one of them games, mate. They say it's the richest game in football, don't they? So it's whoever holds to the nerve, mate. To be honest, I mean, I didn't really watch a lot of Huddersfield this season. I'm not going to lie. I watched the playoff games and stuff like that. And again, I think it's 2 teams in the playoffs where, especially in the final, where you'd never expected these 2 to be contending the final. Definitely not. I mean, I might be wrong regarding Huddersfield. I didn't know if they were, one of favourites to sort of sneak playoffs or what. But I think there's other teams in the Championship where you probably fancy them to reach the final rather than these 2. Definitely.
Right. Just they've kicked off anyway. We're underway.
Yeah, they've just kicked off on mine, mate. So we never know. I'm
only about 48 seconds ahead of you then.
Oh, right, that's all right. Yeah, I won't be too far behind you then. If Forest come up, do you think there'd be an attractive team for players to come and sign because they've got the history in that behind them, ain't
they? They have got the history, and players say from abroad would look at that and go, "Oh, Forest or Huddersfield," but they've not been up there for so long. That was a rubbish free kick. They've not been up there for so long that people might not know them.
Yeah.
James, what's the best way to contact you, mate? I'll put my email in the That's my email, James. Email me your email, so to speak, and I can send you the link for the debate show. That'd be great. It can be toxic. I just hope there's no crowd trouble today after last night.
I know, mental, weren't it? It was unbelievable, unreal.
Yeah. I just don't get it. I mean, it's the part of the prowess. They should be. Oh, it's a free kick. It should be, used to hosting big events and what have you. But I mean, in fairness to the fans, and we were, but all the media seems to be saying that it wasn't the fans.
I think that's the thing at the time. Like, there were a lot of things going around on social media about it. Where Liverpool fans just trying to charge and get in without tickets and stuff. But I mean, I at the time I didn't really judge. I thought, just wait till the official story comes out and we actually hear from people that were at the game. And then, as you say, today, people are saying that it was just the organisation of it all and the policing of it all, just an absolute joke. And again, mate, it's one of them things where hopefully, it's going to be highlighted as to, with the security and things like that. And, apparently they were saying that a lot of Liverpool fans and even Real Madrid fans were sort of corridored into, into narrow lines to try and get in, and it would just, they were waiting there for hours. And like you say, for a big game like that, you'd have thought it'd have been controlled a lot better than what it was.
Yes. Yeah. Jeff is here. Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is over there, Jeff. I'm never sure. He's hoping for a Forest win. That's only because you let one of your children become a Forest fan. Bastard child that you've got. What? Are you sure he's yours? I'd have drowned him at birth. What are you on about? Jeff. Forest wins and resumption. Oh, Forest. I let my kids, because all my kids were born in Burnley. I said to them, if you want to support Burnley, it's where you're born, your mates, etc. I said, it's Burnley or Leicester. That's the choice you've got. There's no other teams because you see them on telly or anything. So there's none of that.
Well, that thing where we live in Melton Mowbray, so you've got, it's half and half really. You get a lot of Leicester fans and a lot of Forest fans because we're sort of sandwiched in the middle of Leicester and Nottingham. So
yes, but nothing exciting at the moment yet. He needs to go on a diet, Jonathan Moss, doesn't he?
Well, I thought he'd. This must be his last game because he's retired, isn't it?
Yeah. He did our match, didn't he?
And they gave him that shirt, didn't they?
Yeah, and that was the last match on. What was I going to say? That was his last league match, if you like. Yeah, but this is his last match.
Right. Again, mate. I mean, I don't think unless you are a referee, I don't think anybody actually wants to referee. As much as we slate some, and they get at the end of the day, they're human. They're going to get decisions wrong, just like the rest of us in the job we carry out. But he's definitely a referee that I'm not really sad to see go because he's never really been that favourable towards us, I guess. But having said that, I think the game that obviously stands out is the West Ham game. But I think we're sort of quick to forget that he gave us a very contentious penalty when Schlupp went down. So it was
but before that, though, he hadn't given us the penalty when Huth was held down.
That's true, yeah. So I think that probably played a big part in it. He must have looked.
I think it did. I honestly think it did.
I thought he made a bit of a boo-boo there.
He said Vardy off as well, didn't he?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
But that looks like Fofana there. Got a bit of a Fofana look to him. Is that Huddersfield's Levi Colwell? We're supposed to be linked with him, actually.
I was just going to say that. Is he the lad from Chelsea? Is he on loan at Leeds?
Yeah. And we're supposed to be interested in him. I don't know if it's a loan or as a buy, but we are definitely interested in him. Seems to be a bit of all Forest at the moment. It's going to take a settle down. Yeah, I agree with you, Helen. And here we go. Yeah, James, I've got it. Thank you very much. And what I'll do is on the day, about an hour before we go live, I'll send you an email and I'll have the link attached, and you just click on that. That will be great.
I know what you mean. He's just come up online. Does look like Fofana, doesn't he? A bit.
He does, yeah. He has got a bit of a Fofana look to him. Now, Huddersfield are trying to break down the left here. Oh, they're breaking quickly. Nice. Oh, and then he loses it. And he loses it.
I watched after the Burnley lad that comes on on the show. Is it Dan?
Dan, the Burnley man.
You know what? It on Monday. Obviously after the last games of the season, and I thought, I knew obviously Burnley went down. I thought I'd check out his watch-along and just watch the last 15, 20 minutes or so. You know what? I genuinely felt really sorry for him at the end. He's crying and that, and I just felt really bad because, we've seen Leicester get relegated a few times.
We've all been there, definitely.
Exactly, and especially when we went down to League One, I remember that day so vividly. I mean, I went out and got pissed up afterwards, so it killed the pain a little bit, but the feeling it really is horrible. And I think
the funny thing with Dan was at half time, I actually shared his stream into mine. So where the match thing is now, it was his stream.
Yeah,
I put a message saying, "Give us a wave, Dan," and all this, And I was going to do it at full time, but I saw him and I thought, I can't. That's private grief. That is private grief.
But you know what? We shouldn't laugh because at the end of the day, it could be us next season.
Hey, like I said, we've been there. We've been there, got the season ticket, and it's harder. I think if we'd gone down in the Great Escape year, I kind of would have said, yeah, okay, whatever. But when you've been up a few years, like Burnley have, then of course it is harder.
Yeah,
and of course they're going down with an aging squad. But again, we've been linked with Cornet, mind you. Who hasn't been linked with everybody? It's a silly time of season, isn't it?
Yeah, I read that a couple of days ago with Cornet. I think he'd be a great signing. He'd be a really good. I know it goes without saying that he did. I think from what I've seen of him, he did really well at Burnley.
No, they love him. They love him. He's a good buy. I'm just worried. Is he left-sided or right-sided?
I think I think he plays on the left. I know he played for left wing for Burnley, but I'm pretty sure he started out as a left back.
Right, because we've obviously got Harvey Barnes there.
Yeah,
and we've got look, if we sign Lookman, I think he sees it. Rogers sees him as what's the word I'm looking as a not a threat, but to keep Barnes on his toes. So we still need a right winger. We don't sort of a team full of left wingers. We had that under Martin Allen, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. Like you said, I think it's that. I mean, Harvey Barnes. He sort of. I guess he divides opinion amongst us fans. I really rate him. I think on his day, he's when he's full of confidence and he's running at defenders and he's on it. I think he's one of the best. He's one of the best around, really. But I don't really. I think next season's going to be massive for him, really, because he's had plenty of time now in the first team, and he's got plenty of.
People have been saying about him this season. He's not had a good season, but then not a lot of teams have.
No, but I think he's done all right. I don't think he's been as bad as what a lot of people make out, to be honest.
No,
I'm not really sure of his.
Ooh,
who was that? Huddersfield or Forest?
Forest, a free kick in, and I think he. No, I don't think he'd have been offside. Oh, maybe header. It's one of those, but if he'd connected with it a bit better, he would have given VAR something to do. But as it happens, it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's VAR in the final, isn't it, today? I forgot about that.
Yes, yeah. And it's Paul Tierney on VAR as well. You know what, it's all Nottingham Forest at the moment. Huddersfield are struggling to get out their own half. There's a chip ball in. Huddersfield out for throw into Forest. Did you watch I did a show with Rob Tanner, who is Leicester City's columnist for the Athletic.
Yeah.
And he very kindly came on, and he said two very interesting things about two players.
Right.
One about Yuri Tillemans, and one about Harry Maguire.
Right, okay.
I'm not going to tell you what they are because I want people to go and watch the show.
Okay. Oh.
Not stupid, you know.
I didn't see it. I'm not going to lie, but I'll probably have to go back and have a look. Then is it?
Well, I actually afterwards thought, big up Harry Maguire.
Right.
I changed my opinion on him, and Yuri. Who knows whether he'll be going or not?
Yeah. What? So, I mean, I think we're all expecting him to leave, but is it a bit 50? Is it more 50-50 than what we might realise, or without giving away too much?
It could be more than that, to be honest with you.
What with him staying?
He's not going to sign a new contract. Don't get excited.
Yeah. So he's got another year in it.
He has, but it means we'd lose him for nothing. But
yeah.
He's certainly earned his money with us, hasn't he?
Oh, definitely, mate. I mean, this season's. What can you say? I mean, I've seen something on this Arsenal Instagram thing the other day, and obviously they're linked with him. And I actually commented. I said, "Listen, this isn't sour grapes talks. It looks like he's." Before obviously you've said that, it looked to me like for all the world he was leaving. I said, on his day and when he's on it, I says for me he's one of the best in the league at what he does. But when he's having an off game, he has an off game, and you don't really notice him, to be honest. Yeah. But again, FA Cup final, he's a legendary goal for us, and I think overall, for the money we spent on him and majority of the time he's played, he's been superb for us. So I think he's one of them players where eventually he is going to leave, whether it be, in a year's time or whatever. I'll definitely look back fondly on him. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, Dan, good evening. We were talking about you earlier. Good afternoon, good day, good morning, goodbye. Not done a watch along. Oh. Cut up the Terriers, indeed, Dan. How come you've not done a watch along? I know you were out yesterday. How was Whitby? Did you go to the Dracula tour? Because I did that. That was a little bit scary. You had a good time, you and the family. You all got back in one piece.
I did mention you earlier, Dan, and I did say I felt sorry for you at the end of your watch along for the last game of the season, Pat.
He'll be back. He'll be back. Dan is like piles. They're a pain in the arse, but they're always there.
You know what though? Having said that though, I heard the other day that Dan will know a hell of a lot more than I do, because obviously he's a Burnley fan. But sort of that alone, they've got to pay back or something from parachute payments or something like that, and they're obviously going to have to sell a lot of players to sort of cover their arse. So
it's a weird one. I don't.
It is strange.
I don't get it. Yeah.
I didn't really understand it, but the gist I got was they had to pay a certain amount of money back. Parachute payments, because obviously it's split over, is it 3 seasons or something?
I don't think they should. Okay, Dan. I won't put that up, but yeah. Okay, mate. Hope you be okay, Dan. Hope you be okay. On that. You know where I am if you want to talk at all. Huddersfield are struggling to get a foot in this game.
Forest keep the ball well, mate. They are a good team. But having said that, they've got a lot of players that are on loan, so it'd be interesting to see if they don't. I mean, for me, if they don't win this, I'll make them really strong contenders to go and win the league next season because it's momentum and it's massive. But a lot of the loan players, would they stick around? You know, they're getting a lot of attention, like especially that Jed Spence, the right wing back. I know he's on loan at them from Middlesbrough. So.
He's another one apparently we've been linked with. Oh, Dan, while you're here, if you're still here, we were saying before, Cornet, if you've got to sell players, I know he's probably going to be linked with a few, but there was sort of rumours about Leicester and him. And again, it's probably just rumours, but have you heard anything at all? Let us know. I think the only time the Forest goalkeeper is touching it is when it's when the Forest players pass back to him.
Yeah.
There's the one saying we're in the mud financially. Then there's one saying we've got our eye on 8 or 9 players with company looking at 3 himself. But let's hope you do get him.
Interesting about company is it looked, well, we were talking about TalkSport the other day. It sounds like it's pretty much. I don't know if he's been appointed yet or not, but it's pretty much done from what I heard.
Yeah.
So
I don't think his contracts have been signed yet.
No.
You know.
But good appointment. He's a serial winner, isn't he? Really, you know. I know obviously he's just getting started in his managerial career, but
look at Vieira. I mean, these managers have all got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Know? And the thing is, at Burnley, he will probably be given time.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be given, say, at Watford or something. I mean, I would sooner be now in Burnley's position of getting company than in Watford's position of getting some vegetarian guy from Forest Green.
It was a real strange one, that was. It really was. I mean, I think it like they got promoted, and then the next day the manager's like, "Oh yeah, he's basically leaving," and then they put on their social media. You could tell that they were fuming because it sounded like he'd sort of gone behind their back to have talk with Watford and all sorts. It's just for a manager. I mean, if you go there, you got to think, right, at best, I'm probably going to get 2 seasons out of this if I do a good job. But if you get sacked, you're going to get a good payoff, isn't it? So it's sort of win-win, really. But it's a strange old team. They are a really old team.
Thing is, Dan says, fingers crossed we'll come back up first time of asking. To be honest with you, it's not always the best thing. You know, I don't know Burnley that well, obviously, Dan, as much as you, but, you know, it did look to be an aging squad. Maybe it does need an overhaul. And if that's the case, maybe a couple of seasons down there to get things right. Or you come straight up and do a Norwich or something like that. You don't know what's going to be for the best, but you will be back, Dan. You will be back. Like I say, I've got to finish my community service, mate. So you've got to come back.
And the thing is with the Championship as well, it gets tougher and tougher each season. I mean, there is some big clubs down there. There really is, and
you look at the clubs that live even further down, you know, Portsmouth,
League One and that,
Bolton, Wigan.
It is. It's mental, really. And
shot from Forest there, and I think that's probably ended up in Lewisham. way over. That was what I would call a Liverpool shot from last night. You know?
I think because going back to, you know, Championship and League One, I think, you know, like that season we had in League One, how vital it was we came up first time because I mean, you look at Forest; they were down there for a while. Leeds were down there for a while, and before you know it, you could be stuck down there. So
were Man City down a couple of seasons as well?
I think they were, like the Paul Dickoff days and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's advantage to. Oh no, that's too hard. I've heard that before. That's
what Mrs. says.
Well, no, never off the missus. But Dan, all the best, mate. Keep in touch, mate. We'll talk sometime. You know that. I'm only at the end of a link. Last 10 minutes possession. Huddersfield 14%, Forest 18%. I don't think if they go down that you should get parachute payments. It's like being rewarded for you by coming 20th, you get a couple of million anyway. Why should you get parachute payments? It's like failure for.
It's an odd one. I don't really know when that sort of came about, what year it was or whatever. But I think it's strange because
Huddersfield are breaking away. That was a nice move. He's got Huddersfield in the box. No, he's kicked it straight at the Forest player. Then the Forest player's got in his way. That was a wasted opportunity for Huddersfield. It was a lovely break down into the box, lovely breakaway, but Forest defended it well. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Parachute payments. It gives such an advantage to teams that are coming. That are getting relegated, and they'll obviously have more money to spend on transfers if obviously they've not got outlays elsewhere. It's an odd one because I suppose teams like the likes of your QPRs and even Middlesbrough's now to a certain point because they've been down there for quite a while. It must be hard for them because they sort of must look at it and think, well, teams that are coming down, they've got a bigger budget than us, so they're going to attract better players. Gives you more chance of getting out of the league. So it's a strange one.
But it is a hard league to get out of. Easy to fall into, but like Dan said, hard to get out of. James is saying, how many managers will Watford get through? That is the question. That is more. They change managers more than I change my underwear. I'll tell you. I open the wardrobe door and they walk out to greet me. Static, hello mate, how the devil are you? Not seen you for a while. I hope you are well.
Who was it? I remember. God, this is probably.
That was just showing. Sorry, just replaying a foul.
Probably, this is completely useless. It's a useless bit of knowledge, to be honest. But I thought on the topic of Watford managers, I remember. Can't remember the name. I can't remember that. Was it? Did they have some Pellegrini or I can't remember his name. Can't remember. Anyway, and they got rid of him. And about a week later, I was at Legoland with the missus and kids and the in-laws and stuff, and I bumped into him in the queue at Legoland. I can't remember his name though. Can't remember his name, who it was.
Oh, is that it? I was waiting for more of a story.
No, sorry. And I've just got caught up watching.
And nice one, mate.
No, sorry. We were talking about this. I can't remember what I said to him, but I basically said, because he'd done well. I think he'd done all right with Watford, to be honest. And then again, it was one of them where they'd sort of jumped the gun a bit and got rid of him. And I remember I tried to get information out of him, but he weren't having any of it. So I thought, well, they must obviously sign some sort of thing and they say they can only say so.
They do. They get the money and they keep quiet, don't they?
Yeah.
But at the moment, we're going up 25 minutes gone, and it's still 65% possession to Forest. 2 shots they've had, 1 big chance. Expected goals, Forest is 0.34, Huddersfield is 0.00. That's how bad Huddersfield are doing at the moment. They're not expected to get a goal. Tell you what, these Forest are taking out these Huddersfield players. They're taking no prisoners.
You know what? It could be like one of them games. I mean, you look at the Champions League final last night. Realistically, it was a game that Liverpool dominated, really, weren't it? And then obviously Real, just that bit of quality that finished them off. Like, it could be like that.
Yeah,
one of them games.
It could definitely be like that. Yeah, James. Sorry, Static. Sorry, I should say. I know. Yep, brilliant. No, and again, it will never be overhauled, but it should just be the champions of each of the countries. But there we go.
It's like the new format's coming into the Champions League. Is it next year or the year after?
I think it's the year after. I think it's a joke.
Madness.
Anything to do with UEFA from FIFA, it's just a joke.
It's crazy. And the thing is, you could tell it's just going to be such a money spinner for them. And
yeah,
the whole concept. There's nothing wrong with the Champions League. I'll tell you what. The good thing they did change, because obviously there used to be 2 group phases, didn't they, where you'd win.
Yeah.
That was good how they changed that, to one group and then knockouts and stuff. But that's fair enough. But just this whole bloody what was it, like a 20-something league format, and
it's
you only play 8 games, and
if you've got a good history in Europe, then you'll get a place even if you finished 11th or something. It's totally and utterly. It just takes the competitiveness out of football, and any sport that you're in, the idea behind it is that it's supposed to be competitive.
Yeah, exactly.
You just, it's like, Huddersfield here can get into the top division again. That's the dream,
Yeah.
But it's all about making money. It is all about making money, and it's not that the fans don't want it. Forest just pinched the ball. That was neat. And it was over his head. He pinched the ball lovely. Then the Forest guy ran down the right wing. Lovely crossing, but just a bit too high for the guy to get a good header on it. And he's got the ball back again. He's attacking. The number 2 for Forest. They've got a lot of men back now. Huddersfield, they're packing the box. And they're pushing it now over to the left-hand side for Forest. And there's a long shot coming in, but it was a daisy cutter and was easily blocked and back out and back, all the way back to the Forest goalkeeper, who is very much playing as a sweeper keeper. I think. As I say, I think you should just have it as a Champions. The Europa League is the next one for this, maybe 2nd, 3rd, 4th places, and then have the Conference for Cup winners, and you all go into one bag. And if you get, Real Madrid, Manchester City, and PSG all in the same group, so be it. It's the way it comes out. But they won't do that because they want the big teams to get through.
Yeah, exactly. It's all marginalised for it's just so the bigger teams meet in the latter stages, really, ain't it? Yeah. They're not daft, are they?
No, not at all. As Static says there, UEFA and FIFA as well. I mean, this is why I don't get excited by World Cup qualifying.
No, there's no point in it for me. No point whatsoever.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Static. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. If we don't get out of those groups as they are now, then we don't deserve to have a national football team.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be totally honest with you, I can remember years ago, it might have been when Glenn Hoddle was manager, and we went to, there's us and Italy in the same group.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Italy haven't qualified this season, but the fact that it all went down to the last game, and a draw would have been enough for one of us, and not for the other one needed to win. It just we've not got like Moldova on the last day and we go and beat them 9-0 or something. It's just it's just ridiculous. FIFA 2, definitely FIFA 2, mate, definitely. Oh, Blacks. Perez has won the Monaco Grand Prix, says Jeff.
Start getting into Formula One a bit this season.
I suppose it's a bit, at least, it's not Hamilton. And as much as I wanted to win the 8, and it was a cock-up last season how it all ended, but it was the Monaco one, which I if it wasn't for this match, I watched it at the start. They'd all just gone in because there was a crash and they red flagged the race, so they all went into the pits for the break thing. But Forrest gave the ball away. But the Monaco one, at least there's a bit of excitement. But But Huddersfield. Jesus Christ. I mean, every time I'm watching Huddersfield break, they kick the ball forward and it's about half a mile in front of the players. Yeah, hit it so hard. Static, thanks a lot, mate. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for popping in. We will enjoy the game because we haven't got a horse in this one. So, I mean, here we go, and we are coming up to. We've just gone over the half an hour, and they've still not had a shot on goal, Huddersfield.
No, there's the number. I can't think. He looks like number 13. He looks pretty good. I don't know what position he. I don't know if he's central midfield or he might be left winger cutting inside. I can't remember. Number 13 looks like, you know. I think he's number 13.
No, number 13 is not on the pitch.
He's got a 3. Yeah, I know he's late. The last number's a 3. I'm sure it is.
Okay, so
I might be wrong. I don't know, mate. But he's got a bit of a.
Left-sided players. You've got Sarr and Toffolo. They're number 23 and 3.
I think it's 23.
Oh, that's Sarr.
Might be wrong. I don't know. He's got like sort of a faded afro.
Not on my picture. He hasn't on here, but he's got a 6 point. He's 28 years old, centre back. He's got
it's not him.
It's not him.
It might not even be a 3, Chris. I've got the game on my phone, so.
All right. Hamilton came 8th. Apparently, John. Good evening, sir. Welcome along. Congratulations. I haven't seen you since you beat Rangers. Hang on, Huddersfield breaking out. Oh, it's like watching Leicester. When they get into. Oh, that was a push. Come on. Oh, Mr. Moss. Oh, is it the player and he's got like a Jedwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just played a good ball in.
Looks like
16. He's number 16.
Where did they get 3? Where did they get 3 from?
I don't know. You're probably pissed again, aren't you?
That's it. He's literally just on the ball now.
That's Thomas.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of Huddersfield's plays going through him, ain't it? So
yeah. That is Sorba Thomas. He's 22.
Yeah, he looks decent, mate. He's pretty quick as well. He's nippy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's matching up well with. It says he's matching up well with Toffolo down that left-hand side. John, no, congratulations, John, winning the Europa League, mate. Well done, sir. And although a little bit of me maybe wanted Rangers to do it, it was funny to see a Scottish team lose a European final. So congratulations, John. Your team did that. Well done, sir.
Did you watch the Conference League final?
I did.
What did you think?
I think we could have beaten Eindhoven. We could have beaten Feyenoord.
Yeah.
But in fairness, Roma deserved the whole thing.
And it meant a lot to him as well, didn't it? So I don't think it's going to be a competition that many are going to sniff at, to be honest.
No, I think him winning, probably Roma winning it was the best thing because it was Mourinho.
Yeah.
All the cheers he had. He's now won every European trophy that he can win. He's won the Champions, the Europa, and the Conference. Had we got Feyenoord in the semis and beaten Feyenoord, I think we would have struggled still against Roma in the final.
Yeah, just because they're so well set up.
They did to Feyenoord what they did to us.
Yeah.
They went 1-0 up and that was it. You know, they just controlled the game so well. Yeah. It wasn't the most exciting thing to watch.
No, it weren't. But that's it's typical Mourinho, though, as you say, mate. He's so tactically astute, and as soon as he gets a goal, that's it. He kills the game off completely. But if you're good at something, you don't change things, do you?
No.
Really. I mean, it's one of them where do you sort of put up with it and win trophies, and I'll be certainly happy to keep it that way.
Oh, a turn by the Forest player in the box there. Yeah, and you can't. Yeah, exactly, James. He's been in 5 finals and he's won all 5.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Each time I think, he's finished. He's finished. Oh my God! It's a good job you got the ball then, Mr. Forest defender. Jesus Christ! You went in for him there. Your first guy tried to trip him up, and it was whoa. If you hadn't got that ball then, I think that would have been a penalty and a red card. Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
Oh, mate. He absolutely dives through him like you wouldn't believe it. He was so lucky he got the ball for the Huddersfield player as well, because if he got his leg, I think he'd have snapped it in 2.
I think it's just coming up now, mate. There's a player running down the wing here. Yeah, I think this is going to be it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, he wasn't taking any prisoners, was he?
We've been linked with Garner today as well, I read, because he's on loan from Man United, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who aren't we being linked with? Let's be honest. It's silly. Apparently, we're going to have a 5-a-side team left at the end of the season again.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, I keep thinking Mourinho, thinking that's it, he's finished and whatever. Then he moves clubs and he's won a trophy at every club apart from Tottenham.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, they sacked him
because they sacked him, isn't it? Yeah.
And they sacked him just before a final. So
yeah. He would have probably won, in fairness.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
It's ping pong in the Forest box, and they just boot it clear. If I was a Huddersfield fan, I would be extremely frustrated at this. Good evening, Nippon. How the devil are you, sir? If you're a Chelsea fan, get over and give Nippon a follow on NS Sports TV on YouTube. Big Chelsea fan. Likes a bit of Man United as well. I do believe he'll kill me for that. This is getting a bit like now. Oh yes. I mean, he's always kept it in. Huddersfield are coming back into this now.
Yeah, they look like they're starting to. The thing is with Forest, how they play as well, because they're so. The pressing's pretty relentless, and there's only so long you can actually play like that. I mean, there's only one team really, who I know, that can sort of keep up for a full 90, and that's Liverpool, really.
Yeah. I mean, just watching there, you'll see it in a minute at in the corner there, and the linesman is there, literally on top of it, but he has to wait for the referee to decide what he's giving.
That's what they do, mate. A lot of the time, you look at like you see.
Well, that's what. Indeed, that's what they do. But
you look at linos, and they'll put the flag up after the refs made the decision. You think, well, what's the point? Yeah, I've just seen it now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rules. That's how Well, I think it's the ref. I think it depends on the ref. Some refs just want the linesman to help them, and I suppose if it's contentious, but that linesman would have been able to make the better decision than John Moss.
That's it.
Anybody can make a better decision than John Moss. We're up to 40 minutes. At the moment, O'Brien for Huddersfield is the star player. And they are finally off the mark. They've got a shot on target with a goal expectation of 0.08 for Huddersfield.
I think we've had quite a few of them. We've had quite a few of them last season. Yeah, low goal expectations and all that for XG.
Yep. I think finishing sort of 8th and semi-final in the Euro, in the European competition wasn't a bad season, really.
In hindsight, mate, no, it wasn't. I mean, we ended the season in a way that we all wanted to, really. I think, the running towards the end it were kind to us in a way, I guess, because obviously, we played like, Watford's and Norwich's that were already down. But the draw against Chelsea and then beating Southampton last game, it obviously perfect way to end the season, really.
Oh, it was, and I think Brendan knew it, and he went for the wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he's going to be.
Oh, there's a goal. There's a goal.
Sorry. Ryan, is it Ryan Yates? His name?
They're not. I've not even seen it yet. I'm guessing it could be Forest. I can't see the screen; it's so small. But Forest that are on attack.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
And I'm watching Sky. How far behind am I on Sky? Yeah, it's gone to Forest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Is it Yates that got it? I think they're wondering whether to celebrate or not, but obviously it has been given. It looked to be a nicely taken. No, it wasn't Yates. It looks to be a nicely taken goal.
Own goal. Saying own goal on there, yeah.
It's just saying to be confirmed. It says on here at the moment. Now let's have a look at it. It comes in. No, it wasn't an own goal. Oh yes, it was an own goal. Yeah. Sorry.
Colwell,
yes,
that's Colwell, isn't it?
Yeah. He went in to try and kick the ball away, and he didn't get it wide enough past the post.
Yeah, right into the roof of the net, it looks like.
Yeah. You can't. It hurts me to say this, but they deserve it, Forest. They've been the better team.
Oh yeah, definitely. They've created a lot more. They've looked more dangerous with the ball.
Yeah.
He's unlucky with that, really. There's not a lot you can do with it. He
hadn't got his foot in, the guy who scored the goal,
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. He can't do anything about that.
No.
Well, hopefully it's going to make for an even better game now, because Huddersfield have obviously got to come out a bit more and take a few more chances. So
they do. They're going to have to do something in the second half, because on this first half performance, I can't see them actually winning or getting a goal at the moment. Levi Colwell. Well, at least we know he can score if we sign him.
Yeah.
Apparently Davies pulled it back to Garner, and he curls a lovely cross into the middle from the edge of the box. Colback ducks to leave it for Yates behind him, but he doesn't get a touch. Instead, it comes off Colwell's knee and fires past Nicholas into the top corner. Yeah, the goalkeeper couldn't do anything there. I don't think he understood
no.
The problem is, Jeff. Yes, you're saying that with great signings, Leicester would be challenging again. But as I said, the last couple of seasons, there was only us trying to get through that door to 4th and 5th. Now you've got us, Spurs, Arsenal, about West Ham. There's like a load of us now trying to get through the one doorway. So
Newcastle are going to spend big as well.
Yeah, Newcastle. They're being linked with everybody. They're getting fed up with it. And it is half time. And
it's going the way I thought it would, mate. I said again when me and my brother-in-law were talking about it, I thought Forest would win this comfortably, and I said, I think I said 3-0 Forest, to be honest with
you. Well, you could still be on. So half time there, as you can see, 32% to Huddersfield, 68% to Nottingham Forest. 5 shots for Forest, 1 to Huddersfield Town. Huddersfield Town have made 96 accurate passes. Nottingham Forest have made 262.
Yeah, you got tail of the half, innit?
Yes.
Tells the story, doesn't it?
Yeah. And when you look at it as well, what was I looking at? I think Huddersfield Town finished 3rd and Nottingham Forest finished 4th. There's only 2 points between them. So you've got the two right teams playing, because it's third and fourth playing for it. Nottingham Forest had a well better goal difference, plus 33, but there we go. So it's 1-0 to Forest at half time. I don't know about Josh, but I do need to go and water the plants.
I am indeed, mate. It's perfect time.
Yeah, and we will see you in a bit, guys. Thanks a lot.
LTIDtv watch along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
And it's live.
It is. Welcome back, guys. Josh is just taking a break. How are we doing? Huddersfield Town 0. Say Leicester City then. Oh my God. These vodka and cokes are going down really well. And it's only about 1% cut. No, it's I lie. But I'm obviously something's getting to my mind. Huddersfield Town 0, Nottingham Forest 1. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're not, then please get over to YouTube, search for LEICESTER TV. Do what it says there, which is subscribe, smash the likes button, and hit that notification bell, and you will never miss another show that we're doing. And we've got loads coming up during the summer. We've got World Cup previews, Women's Euro watch-alongs, debate shows. We're doing a new debate show every Friday. We've got a couple of reviews coming up. And if you want to know a little bit of information about Yuri Tillemans' transfer movements or what Maguire did before he left Leicester for Manchester United, then please check out it's under the latest shows on the channel, LEICESTER on YouTube. Please check out the interview with Rob Tanner from The Athletic. We're basically doing 4 reviews. We've done one with the next player, which was Jerry Taggart. He also does a lot of the commentary for Leicester, so he's seen virtually all the games. That was very much an insight, and especially with obviously him being a defender and our defence from corners, etc. The second one was Rob Tanner, the journalist. Used to be Leicester Mercury chief football writer for Leicester. He's now working for The Athletic. You can sign up for The Athletic. It's just £1 a month. And I'll tell you something, it is a great read. It really, really is. Monday, we've got the fans' view, Craig, who is obviously a season ticket holder and will be going to every game, has been to every game that he could do. He'll be giving the fans' view. And all the questions are asked the same. And then we're hoping to get BBC Radio Leicester's Owen on, and he will be, hopefully, within the next week or so, giving it to us from presenters' point of view. So that's all to come up. James says here, if Forest get the second goal, I struggle to see Huddersfield getting back into it. Not over yet, still another 45 minutes to go. Yeah, but if they're playing like they're playing, I can't see Huddersfield getting that 1 goal back, to be honest with you. It's all been Nottingham Forest. So, yeah. Huddersfield need to. They've got to change their gameplay. They really have. Rene, okay, if Nottingham Forest win it, it will be East Midlands Derby next. I think it means East Midlands Derby next season. Yes, it will. That is sort of I suppose we've got that if Forest do win. And I've got to say, I'm sorry, but Forest deserve it at the moment. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they've had 68% possession. Okay, I know possession isn't all that. They've had 5 shots to Huddersfield's 1. Nobody's had a shot on target, and it's been 2 corners to Forest's 1. So overall, Forest are just edging it. But to get back in the game, Huddersfield have got to have a shot on target. They've got to have a shot. And at the moment, they're just not having it. They've had 1 shot in 45 minutes. I've got to be honest with you. I think if this team was to come up, and obviously if they come up, they're going to make a lot of changes, of course. They'll buy players, etc. But I mean, I'm just looking at the goal again there. I mean, it was a great ball in. The first Forest striker ducked down. They only go for the second, and of course, it was an own goal. So it was a bit unfortunate for Huddersfield, and the players are back out. No, they're not. It's the reserves warming up. Rene, as he said here, Huddersfield. Is that one of Harry Potter's team? Huddersfield Town need to change second half break. They do. They need to change something, Renee. Definitely. So if we bring the details in on the stream there, you can see from. Let's have a look. So there's the half-time possession. There's the stats for the players. So their player at the moment of the match, I don't know if you agree with this, is Garner from Nottingham Forest. Not so long ago, I think it was Hogg, possibly from, but he looks like he might be he's come off, or we will see. But it's been an interesting game. What do you guys think? Which way do you think it's going to go? You've seen the first half. You've seen Forest dominate. Is this going to be a Forest win, or can you see Huddersfield getting back into the game? Because I can't at the moment. I can't. Stuart Pearce on Sky there. Of course, ex-Forest captain and defender. 522 appearances and 88 goals for Nottingham Forest. What a legend. What a legend. Let's just have a look at some comments that are coming up on social media. Paul says, going to be a long season next season for whichever of these two teams get into the Premier League. Both are bang average, really. It looked an own goal for Forest, and it took an own goal for Forest to get the lead in the game. Did not look like scoring themselves in otherwise. The players are coming back out, by the way. No, they haven't looked. Oh, they've certainly looked the more likely. So let's just bring this back up, and then hopefully we will get them coming out in a second. Brad, what I'm saying, Josh is back, but he's stuffing his face at the moment. But hello, Brad.
I am back, mate. I'm just eating my dinner, and that's why I've left the camera off.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. Stuffing your face as usual. Is it a nice roast she's made for you?
No, mate. Carbonara today.
Oh, posh.
Well earned after all the graft I've done this weekend, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to see when you get your camera back on. I think we need to see that your good lady is still alive and well, and not ended up under the patio that you were building earlier. Yeah, we've never actually seen her. I mean, she could all be made up,
Mate, she might not exist. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. And if she did, she doesn't now because she's under the patio. Talk, yo, how the devil are you, sir? Welcome along. I'm glad you've come on, Talk, because I've got James coming on Friday at 9 o'clock with me. I'm doing a new debate show, the Friday debate show, and we are looking at the teams that have had a disappointing season. Not those that have had the worst season, because that would just be, the obviously Norwich, Watford and Burnley, but those have had the most disappointing season from where they thought they would be. Do you want to come on as the Man United fan, Talk? Let me know. It'd be great to have you on 9 o'clock on Friday. Also, if you know anybody or yourselves, you're suffering with the big C at all, Talk's got a new channel out, Football versus Cancer, when we all want football to win that particular match, both on YouTube and on Twitter as well. Just search Football versus Cancer and it will come up. If you want to, if you're not sure, his details are in the chat in the text below on YouTube. You can find Talk MUs. He's a big Man United fan, but like I say, the channel that he does is not just about Man United. Get along. It's all for the charity. Fighting cancer. Please give him some support on both those platforms. I say the links are in the description below. Anthony says, Forest 1 up, Chris. Can Huddersfield do it? I've got to be honest with you. Oh, Oh, it was a long shot there from Forest, but it was straight at the Huddersfield goalkeeper. No, I can't see them doing it at the moment, Anthony. I'm going to be honest with you. To me, despite what the guy on the BBC said, Forest are lucky. I mean, the goal was lucky, but they would have been the better team in that first half. Would you agree, Josh?
Without doubt, mate. It just shows you how differently people see football matches. Because to me,
definitely,
I totally agree with you, mate. I think Forest has been by far the better team, and they deservedly went into the break 1-0 up. Definitely.
Oh, they were the better of the two teams, you know.
Well, that, yeah.
Jeff, welcome back, sir. Back again after a video chat with my son. He's currently a very happy chappy, as is his father-in-law, Leicester fan, who is enjoying a never-ending supply of cans of Stella. Well, I suppose if you have enough Stella, even Nottingham Forest look like a good team. Oh, did I say that out loud? But no, I mean, Huddersfield are second to every ball almost. It's just... I tell you what, that guy did say correctly, though. I think if Huddersfield come up, I could see them going straight back down again on this performance. Definitely,
mate. It's going to be a bit of a strange one next season, though, to be honest. I think Bournemouth might struggle. I can see Fulham. It's very early to say, but I can see Fulham doing a lot better than what they previously done in the Premier League. I think they'd have maybe learned from a few mistakes recruitment-wise, and I think they might be a bit more careful with the money that they spend, because when they come up in the past, they've sort of not spent willy-nilly, but they've
spent a lot on not particularly good players.
Yeah, that's it, mate. So I think they'd have learned from their mistakes. So I think they'll be all right next season. So it's going to be interesting to see who goes down, though, definitely.
Yes. And there are a lot of clubs there that were there or thereabouts. Southampton.
Yeah.
And I think now Leeds, Everton. There's just three clubs that have got to make big changes if they don't want to get drawn down into the relegation battle.
He's my shout for first manager to go, Hasenhüttl at Southampton.
Well, not the players, but his own fans were shouting, "You're getting sacked" in the morning, and booing him. They have got new owners in, and that's never a good sign, is it? You know.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
But I mean, they've stuck by him. He's a good manager, and I think if he gets the right team, you know, most managers would not have survived 2 9-0s.
That's it, mate. And you know what? Like, it's a bit of a strange one because they can have such a bad run of form. I think that they'd only won 1 out of the last 11, 12, might be even 13 in the Premier League towards the end of the season. No, but. And then when sort of the going gets tough, he always sort of manages to pick up a bit of form and sort of dodge the bullet, so to speak. But I think his time's up for me, mate. I think if I were a betting man, which I'm not anymore.
just in case she's listening under the patio.
I genuinely think he'll be the first to go.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you at all there. What about Brendan? Should he go, or should he be given another season?
I'll be honest, mate. I think if we recruit well, it goes without saying, if we recruit well in the summer, I think our first signing is really going to tell whereabouts we're going to go.
Yeah.
Because in hindsight, the last transfer window in the last summer was just an absolute disaster. I think if we're not somewhere around 6th, 7th, come October, November time, I think I think he might get the chop, to be honest.
James, thanks for coming in, mate. Take care of yourself, and I'll email you on Friday the link for the chat on Friday night. Yeah. And you see, I believe I can fly. No, I believe that, it wasn't a bad season this last season. And I say hindsight's a wonderful thing. It felt awful when we were going through it. But, we got up to 8th. We had a semi-European semi-final. We won the Charity Shield / English Super Cup. It's not been the worst season, by any stretch of the imagination. But obviously, success breeds. You want to do better. The more success you have, the better you want to do. And I just think, I saw this written. It is very, very true that Brendan is actually the victim of his own success.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. And it's I read that somewhere. I don't know who it was, but it's very, very true. Corner to Huddersfield.
I'll be totally honest with you, mate. There's no doubt he is a good manager. There's no wherever he's gone, he's done well. He got promoted with Swansea, went to Liverpool, nearly won the league with them. Celtic won all there is to win. He's obviously come to us, won FA Cup. 2 top 5 finishes, and as you say, Community Shield and such. So he is a good manager, but I think he's at times when you do need to change it up and tactically you need to be a bit more astute and things need to change and be freshened up. Basically, he's too stubborn.
Yeah, but we probably have the most stubborn manager that has ever been born in Pearson, Nigel Pearson. How long did he not play Old Brighton for? And as soon as he started playing him, we started winning. I know it's just. I just think for us, and I think he's got this project in mind, and he's bringing the youth players. So I just think if we get a new manager in, whenever you get a new manager in, you're ripping up what's happened for the last few years or under the last manager, and then you are, you're just starting from scratch again.
Yeah,
that's a great name, Zinkel Angel. My God, look at that.
You sort of go back to square one, but I think if he is to get the chop, like what sort of manager are we looking to bring in? Do you know what I mean? Do you go for do you go for like what Everton and Palace have done, and even Villa to a certain extent? Get a former player in and sort of hope that they can put their own stamp on things, or are we in the position now where we can go for the likes of maybe a Mourinho or
To be honest with you, no, I don't think we are. And I think if we go for an ex-player, you're too. Oh, hang on. Oh, Huddersfield, it was straight over everybody there. It's gone out for a corner to Forest. The good Huddersfield have started this second half pretty much the better team. Zinkelherger or whatever it was has got booked, and that was just a bit too high for the players. I just think with we had Frank McClintock. We sacked Jimmy Bloomfield, got Frank McClintock in the ex-player, and he relegated us at the first attempt. I don't think as a Premier League club you can ever give anybody their first managerial job. Corner to Huddersfield, well over. I think it's too big a league to give somebody their first job. I mean, would you? I wouldn't want Frank Lampard in charge.
No.
And if you got a big name that comes in, I mean, Everton thought they had a big name, didn't they? And look, and he left and went off to Real Madrid and won the Champions League with them.
That's the thing with Ancelotti, mate. I mean, when they got him, I honestly thought Everton would really push on. But are Everton one of them clubs where it's not a poison chalice to a certain extent? But I think with your show on Friday, I think Everton, try and get an Everton fan on. That'd be good because
no. I think James, you said he's going to come on. Yeah.
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 It'd be interesting. Because obviously, the euphoria of staying up, and Everton have got a good record of staying in the Premier League and not dropping below, like, is it Division 1 or something? So
yeah.
But for the money they've spent, they've got to be disappointed to finish where they are, definitely.
The thing you say here, B. Crumb, I'm for complete rebuild from the back end, bring back Nigel Pearson. I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but for me, I don't think we need a complete rebuild, but we do need to freshen it up. And Nigel Pearson coming back, no. I mean, I know he's come back twice. Well, he's come back once because he came to us the first time, then came back once. But Nigel Pearson, since he's no longer with who's the assistant manager?
Craig Shakespeare.
Craig Shakespeare. Since they split up, what has he done?
Where is Shakespeare? Shakespeare's is he at Norwich now? Because he went with Dean
he's
Smith,
at Norwich with with Dean Smith. So it's like, as soon as sadly Peter Taylor passed away, talking about watching Nottingham Forest, as soon as Peter Taylor passed away and Brian Clough was on his own, Forest struggled. And eventually got them relegated. It's what Pearson had with us at that time with Shakespeare, and then all the obviously Steve Walsh and everybody in the old transfer bit. Everybody split up now, so you get Pearson back, and I love Pearson. I absolutely loved him, but you're not going to get that back because you're not getting the others back.
I think interesting point on that as well, mate, is I think the three of them worked so well together.
Yes.
You look at obviously when they were all together, we obviously got promoted, did the Great Escape season, and then obviously it went from there. But as soon as they all got split up, obviously Craig Shakespeare, our manager for a bit, didn't work out for him. Pearson's gone on to do all right at the clubs he's been at, I guess, to a certain point, but not hit the heights he did with us. No. Steve Walsh went to Everton, and it was a complete disaster.
Yes, he was.
So it just goes to show, mate, without them obviously bouncing off each other.
Oh, God. Well, that's what I can say. You look at the best, some of the best managers, there's always a good number. Fergie at Man United always made sure he had a good number 2 with him.
And the interesting thing is as well with
shot from Forest there, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Sorry.
With Fergie, I heard something on it was on a football podcast, and they said every so many seasons, whether it be 5 or 6 years or whatever, he'd bring in a new number 2 or
he did. He did
change his coaching just to keep things fresh, because I suppose after a while, training can get stale to a certain point. Players can sort of, become a bit disinterested. So I think that's why obviously the players did.
It was a good point, and he did. I mean, he had Steve McLaren at one point.
Yeah.
He had what was the Nottingham Forest? Not Nottingham Forest. Well, there's a few, but he had that Carlos Queiroz, who I think is now managing Iran or somebody like that. So I mean, he did do it every couple of years, and it obviously worked for him.
Exactly, yeah.
It didn't, I've got to say this is a better half for Huddersfield. Huddersfield have definitely come back into this more. Let's just have a look. I mean, they've still not got much possession. Let me just see if that needs refreshing. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, it's still Forest have got the possession, but there's certainly. I mean, it still says that Forest have only Huddersfield have only had 2 shots, but they do seem to be getting more, I thought, of the ball than Forest. It's all in this same half again this time.
On Man United, do you hear that Ranić's not going to be the
no.
It's a strange one, that is, mate. It's really weird. I don't know what's gone on there.
It's I mean, they got rid of Ollie, and I'm only looking at it from outside. Man United fans obviously know more than I do. But I was watching Richest channel the other day, Man United fan, and he had Reece on, again, another Man United fan, and they were sort of grading each of the teams. And I'll tell you, Reece didn't hold back when it came to rating Man United season. He really didn't. There was no loyalty there from him, bless him. But, you know, they sacked Ollie with no idea who they were going to get in. You know, they then had to go through the whole half of the season without a proper manager.
Yeah.
This guy, you know, I don't think he's not a manager. And he was going to go upstairs, but then he was going to do a part-time job with the Austria. I think probably Ten Hag's come in and said, I don't want him.
Well, maybe it just seems so weird because I can understand obviously Ten Hag coming in, but surely Man United would have known. Because I mean, it's been obvious for like the last few months that Ten Hag was going to come in regardless.
Yeah.
So why would Man United say to Rangnick, because initially I thought, you know, he went there as you say, you know, sort of caretaker manager.
Yeah.
And then they said to him, you know, we're going to give you the director of football job, which is more or less what he does permanently anyway. So
that was going to be his, you're going to be director of football, but you'll just manage it until we can get a replacement in.
Which is his bread and butter. So it's only going to be a good thing for Man United. So to hear today that they've said it's a mutual sort of a mutual consent sort of thing, but I don't believe it for a second.
No, I think any Man United fan will admit the club needs a sort of a bit of an overhaul. I mean, you know, I just hope that they give Ten Hag the time that they've given Solskjaer, because pre-Solskjaer they didn't give the managers a lot of time. I mean, he got them to a second, he got them to a fourth, he got them to a European final, went out on penalties, you know, and then they sack him for somebody that has never been a manager, I don't think, and is got them the lowest points ever in the Premier League. But I don't know.
I think there's too many egos there, mate, more than anything.
That's the thing with the playing staff, yeah. Could be worse, though. You could have Mbappe paying for your team, and then he can pick the manager, and he can pick the coaching staff and have a say in who's playing. I mean, what a ridiculous thing.
It's crazy, mate. I tell you what, it's the maddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, yeah. I mean, Pochettino was complaining that he couldn't control the players anyway, the big names. Certainly won't be able to now. But
well, that's the thing. Who's going to want to go there?
Exactly.
As manager and think, well, listen, a player's got more say than I have with how the club's run. And, you know, at the end of the day, like you say, mate, we joke about it, but it could get to the point where Mbappe's picking the team.
Yeah. What do they want to drop Mbappe? What do they do? But just on this game, obviously you're watching it. Do you think Huddersfield are coming back into it?
It looks like they are. They're having a bit more of the ball. From what I can see, they've not really properly threatened. You know, they're not causing Forest too much danger, but they're keeping the ball a lot better.
Yeah. They've just made a couple of substitutions, have Huddersfield, and now Forest are making a sub as well. For Forest, Sam Surridge came on. Kieran Davis has gone off. It just said here, Forest just can't get a touch on the ball at the moment as Huddersfield keep pushing forward. Thomas links up well with Siane before trying to get an early cross. Yeah, it is that is it. They are playing. If they played like this in the first half, they'd probably still be in this.
I think they just need to start taking a few more chances now and taking a few more risks. It's sort of got the ball, but it's in front of the Forest sort of back four. They're not really penetrating. They, you know, even like getting the ball out wide a bit more and knocking crosses into the box. You never know what's going to happen. You know, you gamble on a few knockdowns and maybe a Nottingham Forest defensive error, and you know you can have a chance. But yeah, they definitely look a lot better. But you got to really, you know, they had no choice.
No. It was Rhodes that's come on for Huddersfield Town. Danny Ward has gone off. I just hope it doesn't end like this, because I'd hate it to be the lost game and it's down to the fact that, you know, somebody scored an own goal for the reason they've not gone up.
It'd be a tough. But it's when your team makes it to a final, and especially after how difficult Championship is, you know, it's relentless really with the amount of games you have to play.
Yeah.
Just to sort of perform like this in a final, you as a Huddersfield fan, you'd be really disappointed. Sort of to go out with a whimper, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, now just watching it, and Huddersfield are just, I mean, they are defending in numbers, Forest, but they're getting the ball into the box. The ball's not gone out. No, the ball didn't go out then. I think Huddersfield are now doing what Forest were doing in the first half, and that is, you know, they're not letting them settle, and Forest, the passes aren't coming off, and they're not finding their own players. So, yeah, it's almost like a turnaround, if you like. Yeah,
I mean, Forest been obviously the 1-0 up. They're in a comfortable position. Huddersfield don't look like they're going to. They don't look like they're going to cause many issues, really. And it works to Forest's advantage, because they can sort of sit back, have a bit of a breather, and then when the chance comes, just hit them on the counter attacks. We've seen what the wing backs can do, and they're very quick in transition, and, you know, getting the ball forward and sort of playing good counter attacking football. So
yes,
I don't think Forest will be too worried.
Let's just have a look.
It's not been the best game of football, is it, really?
Well, no. Well, that was a nice move. Huddersfield on a break here. Oh, he tried to be clever. He tried to backheel it, but he's still got hold of the ball, the Forest player. Passing around number 8. He's going to chip it into the box. And there's a Huddersfield header on, but it wasn't a good clearance. Another Huddersfield header. It's head tennis at the moment. Huddersfield get it away, but maybe if this is Forest's time to come and have a bit of a... Oh, they're passing around nicely. Well, a shot across goal. Just needed somebody to sort of get on the end of it and touch it in.
What minute are you on?
I'm on 69.51.
So it looks like even Sky's a bit behind then.
Sky's behind, yeah. It's always behind what's on... because I'm on a Fire Stick. If you're on a Fire Stick or a box or whatever, they're all different times. They really are. It's ridiculous. But I do like having the graphic there just so I can see what's going on. If this buffers at all. What minute are you on?
I've just seen that shot by the one you just said that went across.
You are a bit
Brennan Johnson. I'm on just coming up to 70 minutes now.
Wow. I'm on. Well, you're about 30 seconds behind me, I would say. There's only been one offside in the whole game. Can you believe?
I suppose Huddersfield they just need one big chance, but they're just not. As you say, they're keeping the ball well, but they've not done enough at all, really.
No.
It's probably the easiest game that is it Samba, the Forest goalkeeper?
Yeah.
It's probably the easiest game he'll ever have in his life, to be honest.
Probably. Anthony says there, finals this season have been a bit boring. Yeah, it's not setting the world alight. Probably the best final, although it was 0-0 still, was the FA Cup for me.
Yeah, that weren't too bad, to be honest.
No,
that was a
decent
one
of the best 0-0s I've seen. I didn't realise until somebody said, and I mentioned it earlier, is that Liverpool haven't scored from open play in 3 finals.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it?
It is, yeah. When you come to think of how how they've been playing and what have you. But
Yeah.
it was such a Leicester performance from Liverpool last night. Oh, Huddersfield on the break. Nobody's up. Oh, nobody's coming in. Oh, penalty! That's got to be a penalty. Yes.
Is it?
Or is he booking him for diving? I'm not sure I think he's given a penalty. The yellow card. I wasn't sure who the yellow card was for. He caught him. There was definitely contact there.
Is it going to go to VAR, do you reckon?
It'll go well, yeah, I think it will. John Moss is not playing on.
I think he's Gav. It looks like he's Gav for a dive.
Oh, they're playing on. They're playing on. That was if he's Oh, they're checking it. They are still checking it. Toffolo has got the yellow card. I think it wasn't a dive.
Hey, look, yeah, it looks like he catches his left foot.
He does. I can see that it's been a dive from Helen. All the best. Take care.
Or is it his right foot? It looks like he gets caught, I must admit, from the angles I've seen.
Oh, it's not been given. It's not a penalty.
He's very lucky.
Yes. I love the fact that they have the VAR decision above an advert that says "Take time to think." I hope you're going to be well, Helen. Take care. He was lucky. I don't think it was a dive. I think that's a bit harsh.
Yeah,
but
I think he's looked for it. But I think he gets caught. I think he gets caught. But you can see why it ain't been overturned, because there's sort of, I don't really think there's any reason for doubt, to be honest with you on it. But Colback's lucky though, because again, it's one of them where it's where VAR can be a bit daft sometimes. If the referee gives that, it's not going to get overturned to say it's not a penalty.
No.
So it's really weird. I think it's literally, unless obviously he gets instructed to go over and have a look at the screens, it's not going to get overturned either way, really, which is a bit daft.
Well, VAR is just daft anyway, isn't it?
It is, mate, because you know what? At the end of the day, it just all comes down to a matter of opinion. Again, whoever's on the VAR for that game, it's up to them to decide whether they think it's a foul, or whether something's not a foul, or vice versa. So it still doesn't make anything definite at all.
It says here, but when VAR was looking at it, it did take a look at Colback's trailing leg, just caught Toffolo before he went over. The VAR doesn't spot anything wrong with it, though, and the on-field decision of no penalty stands. But he was a lucky boy. He really was. Yeah, that made me laugh. The advert saying "Take time to think," and it was right below the the VAR decision.
I think was it Toffolo that the says
the card. Yeah,
he don't help himself by lifting his right leg up to try and jump the challenge. If he leaves his foot down, Colback's leg takes him out, and then it's stone wall really.
But then, he's trying to play on and do the decent thing, and he gets penalised by doing that. I mean, I still think I would still want ex-players sat on the VAR. I really would.
It makes sense, wouldn't it? It would, because as much as referees obviously, know a lot more rules than we do and stuff. It's to have, like you say, ex-players sitting on there. They're going to know a lot better what a foul is and what ain't a foul just by playing the game. So it makes all the sense in the world.
They understand. When you look at sort of penalties that are given, is it a handball? Isn't it a handball, etc. The Nottingham Forest players, I think, winded at the moment, but. They just understand, like, was it deliberate, or could he have got his hand out the way? Did it affect the play? And, referees haven't played football. That's the thing. So how do they know what it feels like? Where like Julian Watts, he ex Leicester guy, he said he'd love to do VAR.
You know what? It's surprising. I mean, I don't know if it's happened in the past or whatever, but it's sort of surprising that ex-players don't sort of go into sort of the refereeing side of it. Whether they'd want to do it or not, I don't know. But they're not making the perfect ref, because I don't think there's such thing. But they'd make a lot better refs than what you get today. Put it that way.
I think they would. I honestly think they would. Definitely. It's let's say they understand the game, they've played the game. They can look at it, and it's like when you've got these players that are giving. There's an ex referee in the old. Can't remember his name, but there was a referee in the crowd. They would just understand why things happen and whether they were trying to get an advantage or would they have gained an advantage. And, all the ex-Premier League players, when they retire, they probably get a job at Sky or BT or something. But the lower league players that don't get that would be great. Like you say, and become refs as well. Don't know why it's not encouraged.
It's strange that you don't see it. It really is.
Yeah. I was reading a thing. I think it was in it was either the Guardian or the Athletic. It was a piece on Michael Owen, and they're saying how he managed to go from England beauty to boring commentator. He is totally the most rubbish commentator going. Again, Huddersfield. You're playing it across the box, great ball, but it's behind all the players.
I think my 3-0's off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. 10 minutes to go. Huddersfield, you've got 10 minutes, 11 minutes, let's say, plus any stoppage time to try and save this and take it into extra time. But I just can't see them doing it. That's the thing. I really just can't. They've still only had 2 shots, Huddersfield. Just not good enough.
For a final, mate, it's poor, isn't it?
Yes.
I think Huddersfield fans will understand how we felt against Roma away as well.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they've had the ball in the Forest half. I think it was a corner or whatever, but a player got it just on the halfway line, and he just ran it all the way back to his what's the word I'm looking for? The goalkeeper. Wanderers watch-alongs, good afternoon, sir. Looking at the secondary stats, Nottingham spent most of the day making Huddersfield box an absolute hellscape. It has really been all one way. And even as a Leicester fan, I've got to say, the way things stand at the moment, it is totally deserved for Forest.
Without doubt, mate. They've been the better team. Huddersfield, they've had most of the possession in the second half. But again, it's Forest have had, the better chances with that Brennan Johnson shot across goal that, a touch gets on that, it's 2-0. It literally, it's Huddersfield. It's a lot how we play. We have a lot of the ball, but we just don't seem to create as much. But having said that, obviously the last few games, it looked like went a bit more gung-ho and went for the win a lot more, which hopefully carries on into next season.
Yeah. Like you say, you can only play what's in front of you, and we happen to have, 3 of the worst teams in the bottom 5 to play. Oh no, that's gone for a corner. Gone for another goal kick. We've had a derby. We had a derby with Nottingham Forest earlier on, and we had you had to remind us, didn't you, Wanderers? Thanks, mate. Cheers, welcome along. But anyway, Huddersfield are coming away again. I mean, what the fuck was that? Huddersfield. I'm sorry. That was lucky. You kept the ball because it bounced off a Forest player. But that has got to be the worst. And he's gone down again. That's not a penalty. I mean, it's going to be the worst cross ever. Oh, that's the worst cross as well. The crossing is... They're making Leicester City look good at crossing. They really are awful. Was that a penalty? No, I think it was a 50-50.
No. 6.5 dozen the other, really, mate. He looks like he's from the live play I've just seen there. It looks like he was sort of on his way down before he even got touched.
Oh, you're an Everton fan, are you? I mean, one of the things you'd rather forget. Thanks to the 3 away points earlier this month. I'll tell you what. Well, I'll forgive you if you subscribe to the channel.
I'll tell you what. You know what? Just looking at the replay there, he's got a point. You know that could have been a penalty. You know.
Oh, hang on. Is he off to have a look at the... He might be going to have a look at the monitor here.
That looks like a penalty to me.
Oh no, he's not. I thought he was going to have a look at the monitor. The goalkeeper's down.
That's definite. That's a penalty, mate. That is.
Cheers, mate. Thank you for that. Yeah, you really did need those. You'd won 1 away from home and you turn up at Leicester and you win your 2nd away from home. Mate, you did need those. Are you happy with Lampard? We talked about him earlier. Is he going to be the man to turn your fortunes round? You need a big clear out, I think, don't you? You really do. But welcome along. Thanks for subscribing, mate. And you're welcome to the 3 points. Just remember next season if we need them back. Yeah, well, he's not. I think he's scared to give a penalty in a way because it's his last game. And he doesn't want to be remembered.
To me, mate. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but from the replays, he's gone through the back of him. He's caught him. I'm surprised it ain't even got. I'm surprised VAR ain't told him to have a look at it, or it's not even been checked.
Oh, you're Canadian. You're Canadian. Do you know Melina, the Arsenal fan, Miss Melina? She's based in Canada as well. The team in my name is a local team in the Canadian League. Yeah, she's based over in Canada. I have actually got a Toronto shirt that she sent me. I know that's very, very random. Miss Melina, she's an Arsenal and Real Madrid fan, so she was very happy last night. She did the watch along with me. So Arsenal, Real Madrid fan, and their dad was an Arsenal fan. She's on here. She's got her own channel, Miss Melina, and her own. The same with the Twitter, Miss Melina. Give her a follow. One. I think she's Ontario. No, she's Toronto. I can't remember if she's Toronto or Vancouver. Oh my God. Who ate all the pies? Oh, he's the Nottingham Forest owner. Jesus. I suddenly feel very, very slim. Why Everton all the way from Canada? Explain that one. Is it family or did you just? Honestly, I could go on that field and slap those Huddersfield players. It's just the basics. I mean, there's 4 minutes to go. Oh, I mean, it's a shot from like almost like the bloody halfway line. You know, go and pick that out the Thames.
He's not long come up on my screen, the Forest owner. He's a big chap, isn't he?
He is. You know, He's not a player right. Put him in goal. You'll never score. I mean, look, wait till you see this shot. Wait until you see this shot. I mean, yeah, the Huddersfield fans look peed off. I'm not surprised. I mean, go and go fishing in the Thames and ask for your ball back. Canadian Premier League is a distinct, slightly lower, much younger league. Toronto FC, Vancouver Whitecaps, and Club de Foot Montreal. Yeah, they are. That was what I confused the other because they play in the American leagues, don't they? My stepbrother got me into Everton. I haven't forgiven him since. If I had a prize to give away for the post of the show, that would be it, mate. That would be it. But we are down into 2.5 minutes to go. Huddersfield have been knocking at the door in this second half. They've got the possession back. It's 45% possession to 55 now, so they're nearly equal on that. They've had 4 shots. But, I mean, the shots are just total rubbish. I feel sorry because there's Ryan, who's been on my show a couple of times from Proud Terriers. He's there as we speak watching the game, and I feel really sorry for him the way his team has performed.
They just don't. They're just not getting the ball forward enough. You know, you've just seen 2 players there in the central midfield putting their arms up wanting the ball, and
it's a cross in and straight to the Forest goalkeeper who does a Pickford, and he's hurt himself again.
bit of gamesmanship.
I think so. Yes, I loved it when Allison did the Pickford.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You know what? Like, I'm not going to say
they are actually changing the goalkeeper.
What, Forest?
Yeah, I think he's hobbling off. They're telling him to walk off. They're telling him to walk off. He's going the long way. Oh, they're trying to push him off. Now, the Forest captain, in fairness, is saying walk off that way. Well done to the Forest captain. You know, he's hobbling, and yet he's walking from the goal to the halfway line to, you know, walk off diagonally. And John Moss pointed at his watch and said, "This is just getting added on, mate." You know?
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. I mean, like, you've seen it so many times where the rule came in that they had to go by the nearest point on the pitch when they were being substituted or whatever.
But for the goalkeeper, that's just walk behind the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing. But you see it so many times where players take the piss. And I suppose when it's your team, you know, it's all good. But like,
yeah, of course, yes.
It just goes to show, like, you know, the refs will tell them. You can see them like 9 times out of 10 tell them, you know, just try and worry off the pitch.
Yeah, 6 minutes of stoppage time.
They don't get this.
Where does that come from?
I genuinely don't know. I mean, I suppose the stoppage when they had the break in play earlier.
Yeah, for the goalkeeper, there's probably that. Yes.
Other than that, I suppose you could say the VAR check for the first incident.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that seemed to go on for a long time, didn't it?
Mm.
Right, so you got 6 minutes to save your dreams, Huddersfield Town, and give me nightmares. If you don't, Forest will be coming up. There's a few empty seats there.
Yeah.
You see, I don't get why Huddersfield players at this point, and I'll use Huddersfield as the example here, you get knocked down, don't try and claim a free kick because you know, everybody else is playing on.
Yeah, exactly.
The way you're laid down pretending to cry like a baby, you know, your team's losing out.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's game over, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, we've got about 5 to go. I mean, unless somebody in the... I mean, there's 1 striker up for Huddersfield, 3 defenders back. I mean, and Nottingham Forest probably deserve it.
Mm.
I mean, again, Huddersfield have come back. They've got the possession back. They've got the accurate pass back. They've got the shot on target back. But neither team's been outstanding.
No.
But out the two, you've got to say probably Forest.
Definitely. But if they do, I mean, if they do come up going by today's showing, they need to invest in the team, Forest, because
I don't know how rich their owner is. Do you know?
I think he owns. I'm pretty sure he owns Olympiacos as well.
Does he? Right.
I think he does. But they'd have to invest in the team, mate, because they deserve winners. And as I say, I did want them to get the job done today. But they'd struggle in the Premier League if they keep the same team and they give these players a chance. I think that they're going to be in for a long old season next season.
Yes, I think as well. That was possibly the last chance for Huddersfield there, but it goes well wide. Was it deflected? It's a left foot shot now. It was always going wide. Oh, my God. Number 37 for Huddersfield. Oh, my God. That was Gaza-esque. In the Euro 96, Euro 96, where he...
Yeah,
he didn't quite...
millimetres away.
Yeah, Peter Crouch would have put that in. Let's just say that. It's just over two and a quarter minutes now. But I think you find, excuse me, most teams struggle. Well, you think they would, but they actually don't. But I always think, like, as a team that comes up via the playoffs, you've got longer to sort of, because these have had 2 weeks. Could they buy players for the Premier League or do they buy players for the Championship? There's that bit. But Brentford have proved that that's not always the case.
That's true. But I mean, Brentford play. I mean, I'm not saying Forest don't play good football. They've got the goal today, and they've just sat back on it and defended. They defended really well. I don't really think they've had to be honest.
And we know, don't we? What they can do.
But I mean, Brentford played really good football. So I'm not really surprised by them coming up and doing as well as they have done. Obviously, they've added good players into the squad, like Ericsson. That's a massive signing. So yeah, I think out of all the teams that have come up and like it appears Forest are coming up. I'd say out of all of them, I fancy Fulham to have the best season out of the three.
Yes. We're looking at 94 seconds. No, we're not. That'd be a lie. We're looking at 54 seconds. Oh, it looks like Sadio Mane could be off to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I just read that. Not long ago.
Although Mane is not told Liverpool he wants to leave. And Lewandowski said he might not play for Bayern next season. 30 seconds, Huddersfield. Your manager's looking a bit dishevelled. He's got his shirt out now. I mean, this is it. It's all or nothing now. You might as well send your goalkeeper up. You might as well get your fans up. Throw-in headed out by, I think. Oh, it's up. It's up. No, it's gone over. What is it? Is it a? Oh no, it's a goal kick. But the Huddersfield player goes running for the ball to get it back. But
it's over, mate. It's all over.
It's all over. Yes, it is. Well
done, Forest. Well done.
I can't. Well, yeah. Well done. It would be remiss of me probably not to say well done. Jeff says we'll be having another video call with my son once he stops dancing in his garden. Looking forward to the fixture list. Hopefully we get Forest going in October and we will be in the UK. Do you know what? The silly thing is, right, you know and I know that the ideal time for Leicester to play Forest, either home or away, would be like Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Or an evening game.
I think it's going to have to be, really. It's definitely not going to be a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff.
No,
it's one for Sky, isn't it, really?
Well, you think so, yeah, but you just, knowing the Premier League as we do, they don't think, oh, that'd be a good game to because they're so local. They don't seem to do that. Ola Reyes in this. No wonder you wanted Forest, sir. Canadian national. Forest, our Premier League. Well done, Forest. Look forward to the 6 points next season.
You're a lot more confident than I am, Chris.
I'm going to say that, haven't I? I can't just give them credit and then just leave it at that. I mean, and you got to look at the fact of, yes, it is going to be a local derby, so there is going to be that little bit of excitement. And when you look at Forest, when was the last time they were in the Premier League?
Like earlier, only about 23 years, something like that.
I don't, because they've never come back since Clough took them down, have they? So let's have a look. When were Forest last in the Premier League?
They go down like 98, 99 or something.
They finished third in 1995. They suffered relegation in 97, and they returned for one season. They got relegated again in 99. So yeah, I mean it's been 20 odd years. So fair play to them. Fair play. He's a good manager. He's a very good manager.
He is, mate. He knows his stuff, doesn't he? He gets the job done wherever he's gone. And considering where they were when he came in, it's phenomenal, really, what he's done. Really is.
Suddenly, the goalkeeper that had to limp off is suddenly doing a dance. But no, they deserve the moment. Like I say, 20 years. Jeff said, thanks for another great stream and chat. Well done to Forest. As you said, Chris, we can look forward to 6 points from Forest. Anthony, you said there, congratulations to Forest. You've got to say congratulations at coming up. You've got to say commiserations to Huddersfield, but I think Huddersfield let themselves down. There's Frank Clark. I've met him.
All right.
I've met him in the toilets at a motorway service station. We were playing Tranmere in the League Cup final, and I was having a wee, and he came up into the the stand upon bit next to mine. I looked around and thought, "Oh, no, you."
Did you have a look?
Who do you want to win today? He went, Leicester, of course. He's probably thinking, weirdos talking to me while I'm having a piss. Oh, do you know something, though? Can I just say, footballers should never dance.
I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. It's especially even some of the celebrations you see nowadays when they try and do the little dances and stuff. You think, Jesus Christ, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You're not like 16, 17. You're well into your 20s. You shouldn't be
exactly.
Let's be honest. When they do like all that, the TikTok dances and stuff like that, Jesus Christ.
I tell you, there's only one person knows how to celebrate properly, and that's our Jamie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just winding up opposition fans. That's all.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? He's the shithousery king. But no, I mean, Josh, thank you so much for doing the watch along with me.
More than welcome, mate. Anytime, Chris. Anytime.
We've got the summer off now. We'll be doing some specials, so I'll keep in touch with you. We've got, as Wanderlust said there, or Wanderlust, sorry, said England still have things this season going on. National League final in early June. We've got the Ladies Euros as well, which we will be covering. We will be covering.
Yeah.
With and no, not because it's ladies playing. But
I tell you what, though, I did. I think that Nike just released the England women's football kit the other day or something.
Right.
The prices for the shirt, right? I swear to God, for an official like shirt that the players actually wear, because you get like two different types, don't you? So you get like the fan shirts and then the elite shirts or whatever they call it. They were like £115.
No.
For like the elite shirts, and then for just like a stadium shirt, which your fan would wear, it's about £75.
Well, welcome to the real world of football, ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, it's like when I'm not really. I've joked about this off air with Louise, who does the Premier League review on a Monday night, and she's going to be doing the women's football with me. We were joking, and I said, like, when women watch the football, they don't know who the players' names are, but they just like their legs. So I said, am I okay to sort of say, oh, number 4 with the big tits? I'm joking, ladies. I'm joking. Okay. It's a joke. I never said that. Never had that conversation at all. I think I better go. Josh, mate, it's been a pleasure as always, sir. Take care, and we'll speak soon.
No worries, Chris. Look after yourself, pal. See you soon.
Go and make sure your good lady can breathe under the patio.
Yeah, I think I've probably got another 10 minutes, so I'll see you in a
bit. Take care, mate. All the best. Thank you.
Mate. Ta-ra,
bye-bye. Thanks to Josh there, who does the watch-alongs with me. He'll be back next season, hopefully. I'm sure he will be. And ladies, I was only joking. Tell you what, some of the lady managers, we did a thing on a Match of Opinion. It's a podcast that Brad, one of the co-presenters, does. And one of the football ones that he did was should ladies managers be able to manage men's football teams? And yes, they should. Why not? A manager can manage any team, and let's face it, a lot of them are a lot better than the men are. But anyway, thanks very much. Commiserations to Huddersfield, but he didn't really turn up on the day. It sticks in my throat, but congratulations to Forest. Well done. We'll see you next season for a couple of derbies. It's been a while. I'll be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll be doing, the fan review. When Craig will be looking. We ask the same questions to the ex-player, the journo, the fan, and the presenter. They all get the same questions. And it's interesting to see the different answers. So it's fans' turn tomorrow with Craig at 7, and then 9 o'clock. It's the first of our weekly World Cup reviews. Obviously, starting with Group A, it makes sense. And then nothing next week. I'm going to have some time off. My family's down, so I'm going to have time with my family. But on Friday, we'll be back. Hopefully, at 7 o'clock for a talk about the King Power's atmosphere. That could be interesting. And at 9 o'clock, we're going to have the first of the Friday debates. We're going to present who's had the most disappointing season. Not who's had the worst, who's had the most disappointing. That could be interesting. Thank you so much to everybody in the chat. Welcome along to the chat. Wanderlust from Canada, thank you for the subscription. If anybody else does want to subscribe, this is all we ask of you, if you would be so kind. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. Smash the likes for the show and hit the notifications, and you'll hear all about those shows next week. You won't miss one of them. You'll get notified about them all. And thank you to everybody else who was in the chat. Jeff, all the way from the Philippines. Like I say, Vandelos from Canada. He's back to hobbling again, is the Forest keeper. He stopped dancing now. And thanks to the regulars, Terry, and everybody else that was in there. It was I think it was a pleasure. Anthony. Yeah, well, welcome, Anthony. Renee, Helen, that was in earlier, B. Crom, thank you so much. And James, of course, we'll see you on Friday, James. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, what's left of it. Enjoy your week. It's a long weekend next weekend. I think we've got 2 bank holiday days, Thursday and Friday. For the one is for May Day, and one I think is for the Queen. My neighbours just put all the red, white, and blue bunting up, so I'm guessing that is not so far away. Take care. Thanks to everybody for supporting, and if you listen on your favourite podcast platform, which is Leicester Till I Die, you'll just your favourite podcast platform, you will find us, or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die. Everybody, thanks very much. Take care, stay safe, have a great weekend, what is left of it, and I will see you tomorrow night. Stay safe. Good night now.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
They think it's all over. It gets fouled.